Guyana is on the map. We're not just growing, we're exploding. One of the fastest growing GDP on the planet. Cranes dot our skylines. Opportunity floods our news feeds. We're a nation brimming with potential. But there is a shadow in this bright future, a secret we all keep, a game we're forced to play. It is the first question on every job seeker's mind and the last thing any employer wants to say, the salary. Why is it that the number that defines our livelihood, our ability to plan, to build a future, to prosper in this economy, treated like a state secret? Here's how the game works. You see a job, manager. Requirements, degree, 5 years experience, tech savvy, attractive remuneration package, but no number. You spent hours tailoring your resume, preparing for the interview. You sit across from them, selling your skills, your passion, and finally, they ask, what are your salary expectations? The power dynamic flips. You're left guessing in the dark. Guess too high, you seem out of touch. Guess too low, you cheat yourself out for years. It's a psychological trap and is designed to benefit one party only. And here is the simple, unjust truth. This secrecy is the number one tool used to underpay Guyanese talent. International companies come here with global budgets, but without transparency, they can underpay our local professionals 30, 50, sometimes even 70% less than our international counterparts for the exact same work, exact same value. They call it market rate. But how can it be market rate when the market is hidden? We are not a cheap labor force. We are a skilled, educated, and now globally significant workforce. Yet, we are negotiating with our hands tied behind our backs. But what if we change that? What if, instead of whispering in private, we started asking openly together? Transparency isn't rude, it's respectful. It's how modern economies work. And it is how we build a job market that pay people fairly for their value, not for how well they can guess in the dark. This ends now. Secrecy breeds inequality. Transparency builds trust and fair market. This is our campaign. This is our demand. We are not just asking, we're acting. The experiment starts now. We are going to contact every employer we can from every industry, every sector in Guyana. And we're going to ask them one simple professional question. Here is how. Subject. Question regarding salary range for insert position and your name. This is clear, direct, and searchable. It gets straight to the point. This shows that you're a qualified candidate. This is not just a blind inquiry. Before I proceed, it's powerful. It makes salary information a necessary step before anyone invests more time. This is business logic, not confrontation. It's about efficiency and mutual respect. I am sending this email to every major vacancy across the private sector and the government. We're including the public sector for one critical reason. The government sets the benchmark. Its pay scale influences the entire national economy. If our largest employer champions transparency, it lifts every other standard. If it hides, it gives permission for everyone else to do the same. Same question to everyone, from the private boardroom to the Public Service Commission. Because if one Guyana means anything, it must mean one standard for transparency, from the highest office to the newest startup. We need to have this conversation now because something is broken. Professionals interview for jobs they can't afford. Company waste time on mismatched candidates. This isn't about greed, it's about mathematics. If the cost of living is soaring, but salary are kept secret, we're having the wrong conversation. We cannot build a fair economy in the dark. While I wait for their responses, I want you to do something. Next time you see a job vacancy without the salary, ask, why not? What changes if they just tell the truth? Save this video. Next time, I return with every responses, the good, the bad, the silent. We'll see who leads and who hides. Then, we'll decide together, is this how we build a modern economy, or is it time for something better? This is more than hiring. This is economic justice. This is shared prosperity. Let's end the secrecy. Let's define our worth. Guyana, let's change.